What you are about to see is why I do not fight people over parking spaces.
She going to jail. Don't worry about it. I got it on camera. I got it on camera. Oh my God. She is smushing her. Oh my God. Be still. Be still, ma'am. Ma'am, be still. Be still. Be still. Be still.
In the name of Jesus.
Be still.
Be still, baby, in the name of
Be
Jesus.
still.
That's my job, bro.
Be still. Be still. Be still. Be still. Don't move. Oh, be still.
So I guess we got to do one steps that take cars into account. Is that going to be a form of self-defense that we're going to have to address? I'm starting to think so. I don't know how in the world we're going to train that. We're going to have to go out in the parking lot and practice rolling over the car, practice getting out of the way of the car, have somebody drive a car towards some students and people move out of the way. Then how fast would you practice? How fast would you practice driving the car to students so it's safe for the student? And then even despite that, how fast can you practice driving a car at a student so that it's safe for the person driving? Because if the student gets out the way, you still got to have brake time so you don't crash into a car or into people that are not in the drill or a tree or something. Now, what I'm saying sounds really far-fetched and outlandish, and quite frankly, it pretty much is there, but I'm just saying this to drive the point home that the situations that your technique can't get you out of, and you just need to practice good old-fashioned prevention. It's like we don't practice blocking submachine gun bullets with our blocks because we figure that's impossible. But what you can do is try to avoid situations where you won't get shot with a submachine gun. And most civilians can do that. If you're in the Army, the Marines, it's a war, that's one thing. But the rest of us can protect ourselves, especially from being hit by a car, for the most part, with courtesy. The Taekwondo principle of courtesy. How do you practice courtesy? Just let the other person have the parking space if they seem like they want it that bad. If they're rushing to get that parking spot, just let them have it. Usually what I do, if I just see another car that's even close to getting it, 9 times out of 10, I just let them have it and I park someplace else. Why? Because I don't want to get into it with you over a parking spot. And that hadn't even been foolproof for me, because then one time I pulled into a parking spot and I thought I was going really slow. I didn't see this other person that wanted a spot, and she tried to attack me and my wife. So I had to just use a broad circle technique. I grabbed my wife by arm, just grabbed her, just circled, did a loop and a circle away from the woman and kept walking into the store. And I did it so fast, I think it kind of scared her. We were out and gone. Before she tried, I saw her trying to reach. She didn't want to try to grab my wife. She tried to reach. I just grabbed her, pulled her, just went on in. I've avoided so much stuff now. When I grab my wife like that, she just goes. And then she asked me afterwards what happened. And I pointed and I told her. So this caveat is mainly for guys, because the women who are like this are still not going to listen. Guys, if you're dating a woman who thinks you're a wimp because you won't speed and because you won't be aggressive over parking spaces, you need to stop dealing with her, because she's going to get you run over or shot. Okay? Women who think men are cowards or weak because we don't speed or we don't fight other people for parking spaces, we're just trying to protect ourselves and you, because it's really not worth it. Let other people get into it over parking spaces. You don't need to get into it over parking spaces. I mean, that woman could have died. That woman could have died being pinned between 2 cars like that. What if she couldn't walk anymore? What if she can't walk anymore because she got pinned between 2 cars and it messed up her spine or her legs so bad that she can't stand on them anymore? What are you going to do then? No, I'm not going to bring it in yet because calling the community center is not going to help you if you can't walk. Practice avoidance. Avoidance is not cowardice. Everybody likes that tenet called indomitable spirit. But you notice there's also a thing in there of courtesy. Because it's best to diffuse crazy situations or avoid crazy situations so that you don't have to end up trying to explain yourself to the law later or trying to rehabilitate in the hospital because you got injured in a fight, even though you technically won.